Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I could dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yeah, baby. Mark Scott reporting. Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Listening to the sounds of Potter's Field. The listener here, Mark Scott, at this Marcus in the Morning show here. There's somebody that listens to the show. Thank you very much, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Dude, this is how music should be recorded. This is how it should be done. Live. Live like a mofo. Good guitar player. I can dig it. I can dig it, man. Listening to the tunes of Potter's Field. Hey, Mark Conte reporting. How are you, man? How the hell's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? So there's riots in New York again. I thought it was over. I thought that shit was over. You thought that shit was over? No, it's not over, man. It's not over, man. It's thank you very much for the music, Potter's Field. Anybody wants to send music and I listen to it. And we'll put it up there at some point. We'll put it up there, right? You know what I mean? I got a song I'm working on. I'll play a song for you. You want to play me a song? Do that. I'll play that in a second. So good morning, everybody. So here we are, marksconte.com. Today we're going to talk about the riots. Some riots in Lower Manhattan. It was on Saturday night into Sunday morning. And a lot of breaking, a lot of smashing in downtown, mostly directed at the police, but also directed quite a bit at the patrons, people eating in Little Italy in Chinatown. The circus came through. Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. They came screaming down the street, right? And people are, sitting in Little Italy trying to eat in Chinatown. So they were quite disruptive, and that's alarming, because if it's disruptive is one thing, but if you start setting garbage pails on fire and burning cop cars and creating a violent situation, that's not good for business. That's not good for business. This is what we have. We have a mayor and a governor that thinks of it as a legitimate protest. Destroying people's small businesses is not fucking cool. So take a look at that. Kindly become a Patreon of the channel. You do that by hitting the tip jar over here, and and or join as a Patreon. PayPal is the tip jar, and Patreon is the ongoing support. And a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff on my channel. I got all the deleted BitChute videos. I put all the YouTube. When YouTube deletes one, we stick it over here, and if that fails, we do it again somewhere else. So we never lose a video. Just keep that in mind when you try to knock out a video of something that you don't like, that you think is offensive to you or others. Right? That's freedom of speech, my friends. That is called freedom of speech. Is Nathan Purvis in the house? Nathan! Is Nathan Purvis in the house? Speak up, Nathan. The guy Nathan Purvis sent a shot. Oh my God! All right, so I was showing Granny Cat yesterday, right? And the mystery, the joy of living. Look at a new boy, a new baby boy for Nathan. This is Nathan Purvis, a listener of the show, and gaga goo goo gaga gaga goo goo gaga. That's so awesome, right? Thank you so much for the shots, Nathan. And this is the other child, other 20-month-old, who she's okay with it. She's been number one for a while. I imagine most children being number one, and now she's going to be number two for a little while, or maybe 1.5. You know, and gaga goo goo gaga goo goo. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's fucking awesome, man. Thank you very much, man. Thanks for sharing that. So it's hot as hell in New York, man. It's 95 degrees, man. You know what? Fuck this shit, man. I'm playing a song. This is bullshit, man. I need you guys' opinion on this. Okay. I gotta put the words down so I can see them. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. Today. This is preliminary. I never got an answer about what we're fighting for. You turn determined when you slam the door. Why are you so far away? I thought you were trying to be a friend. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. Today. Whoa. All systems breaking down. All systems breaking down. See what I mean? That's preliminary. That's just a first draft. First draft. So you can't chop me up, man. You can't chop me up. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Mark's Conte reporting. I'm sorry for the diversion, man. I just had to sing, man. Just had to sing. So where are we? Where are we? Wow, am I hot, man? I am so fucking hot right now, man. It's crazy. I'm so hot. So yeah. So that's a song. I'm just gonna. I gotta write some more words. I don't have words for it. I don't know how to write words anymore. I just know how to talk. So anyway, so here's a very interesting clip. Man and woman wearing swastika face masks in Minnesota. Oh shit! Check it out.
Yeah, you can't be American and wear that mask.
See, it's crazy. That's what it is. It's craziness. It's people like all cooped up. All cooped up. They don't know how to. They don't know how to act anymore. They don't know how to behave around others, and they're expressing themselves to the. Maybe they are. They do know how to. I take that back. They do know how to express themselves, but they're expressing themselves to the extreme. That's what's going on, right? So extremeness. Now you wear a Nazi mask. Now that offends people. A lot of people are offended by a swastika on your face or a swastika on your arm. It represents, German oppression and war. Right?
You cannot.
But nonetheless, there they are.
Customers inside a Minnesota Walmart confronted a couple wearing swastika masks this weekend. Police were called. The couple wasn't cited or arrested, but they were warned that if they return to the store, they will be trespassing. Walmart requires all its customers to wear a mask, and this just makes you wonder.
Wow, trespassing.
A statement saying it's unfortunate the couple used the pandemic as an opportunity to create a distressing situation for others, and it does not tolerate any form of discrimination.
That's your opinion. So that's kind of interesting, right? So Trump, you remember yesterday we were talking about Trump. Trump scraps plan to throw out opening pitch at Yankee Stadium. Remember yesterday Trump was all on board, and the liberal left, Cuomo and mostly de Blasio was saying that Trump's a racist, and the Yankees are racist for allowing Trump to throw the first pitch. I guess de Blasio wanted to throw the first pitch or something, but it shows a little weakness in my view on the side of Trump. Why did you back down? Let's find out. President Trump on Sunday said he won't throw the opening pitch at Yankee Stadium as planned next month, citing his busy schedule. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Go out there and throw the pitch. Throw the ball. Quote, because of my strong focus on the China virus, God, including scheduled meetings on vaccines, our economy, and much else, I will be able to be in New York to throw out the opening pitch for the Yankees on August 15th. That's fucking shit bullshit. We will make it later in the season. All right. The cancellation comes after Trump's announcement from the White House briefing room last week that he would throw the opening pitch when the Boston Red Sox played the Yankees. Trump told reporters about the honor shortly before White House coronavirus task force member Anthony Fauci threw the opening pitch Thursday for Yankees versus Nationals game in D.C. Yankees legend Mariano Rivera was at the White House when Trump announced his plans to throw out the first pitch. Fauci, who is celebrated by Trump's critics, blah, 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 blah. All right, so Trump folded. Trump folded in throwing out the first pitch. Did he cave to the liberal left? Well, it sure looks like it, man. So here's an interesting kid. Arrogant Starbucks worker was bragging about spitting in cops' drinks. Police say. Now he and his nose ring are facing charges, says The Blaze, a New Jersey publication. The Blaze. Interesting, right? So if you haven't figured it out yet, don't piss off a waiter. That's first of all, right? Waiters handle your food. I know we're in different times now, but before this different time, it's always been widely known that if you're a dick to a waiter, they will spit in your fucking food. They will pick their nose and grab your plate and watch you eat their snot. Right? That's what waiters do, right? Because you're being a dick to them, and they just return the dickery. Or they'll drop your steak on the floor and step on it and put it back on the plate. There's no limit to what a waiter would do, right? So, but this idiot is bragging about it, and he's brought up on charges for endangering a cop, right? Because that's how it's perceived. A Starbucks worker in Park Ridge, New Jersey, was arrogant enough to be bragging about spitting in the drinks of police officers. Chief Joseph Madden told NewJersey.com, which led the police to question him. Police said Kevin A. Trujillo, 21 years old, admitted to spitting, the outlet reported, and he lost his job and got the book thrown at him. What are the details? After his arrest Monday, authorities told NewJersey.com Trujillo's charges include subjecting a law enforcement officer to bodily fluid, purposely tampering with a law enforcement officer's drink, and creating a hazardous environment. Wow. Did you even know that a law such as that existed? Tampering with a law enforcement officer's drink. That's like a special crime? Is that a separate crime? It's crazy. Park police told the outlet that, quote, under the current COVID threat, it is extremely disturbing to think that someone would intentionally spit in your drink. Not really. They're spitting in their face. They're spitting in cops' faces, throwing eggs at them, throwing shit at them. Literal shit, throwing feces at them. It wasn't known how many times Trujillo allegedly spit in drinks or how many officers' drinks were tainted, says New Jersey Times. So they don't know how many times he did it. Officers who may have received the tainted drinks will be tested for coronavirus. Why don't you test the kid for coronavirus, right? If he's not sick, it's just spit. It's just spit, man. You know, it's like kissing somebody. It's like kissing a stranger. It's just spit. I mean, it has a negativity attached to it. It's like, that's what I think of you. But really, it's just saliva. You know, fucking your body can handle that shit. The Park Ridge Coffee Shop historically enjoyed an amicable relationship with local police and hosted numerous coffee with a cop events. We believe this is an isolated act, but it does not remove the shock and disgust that our officers feel. It's too fucking bad, man. Hey, listen, man, cops. It's not easy being a cop today, man. It's just not easy, man. So here's the video. New York Post. This is 6 minute. I mean, just a remarkable video. Was I there? I was not there. I didn't even know about it. This happened. How come I can't get this thing to go up? How come I can't get it to go up? So let's watch. So. It's hard to tell. I just want to give a little commentary because it's hard to tell exactly where they are. At this point, it looks like they're downtown somewhere. For the life of me, I can't figure out where they are. They may be behind the courthouse or something. It looks like a wide street. I'm not sure where they are. There's video evidence right there. Look at this. Look at this proud motherfucker with his weapon in his hand. He's got a skateboard in his hand. Go break some shit. You know what's interesting? The radicals, the rebels, are dressing more and more like cops. It's hard to tell them apart. They're in tactical gear. A lot of them. Helmets. It's just like Seattle. It's hard to say who the smoke bombs are. I think that's the rebels are setting off the smoke. Those cops on bikes, I got hit twice already. Twice. I got run over. Almost the first time I almost got run over by a cop on a bike. I jumped out of the way, but the second time, the cop hit me in the leg. I'm still fucking wounded from that. From the second time at the Brooklyn riots. Had to watch those cops. So this is definitely Lower Manhattan. That was the scene. Again, this is Saturday night. This is, that's Canal Street. That's right on Canal Street. You see Mulberry over here. Oh, these are police cops. Lafayette. It's definitely Canal Street. Again, Chinatown. See right here, that's a foul. That right there is a motherfucking foul. Get your stinky ass off of my dinner table. Right? That's a foul. Right? Even homeless people don't grub on the street. If you're sitting at a table outside, even homeless people have enough respect. Beggars have enough respect to leave you alone while you have your meal. But not this dick with the upside down American flag trying to make his point while two outstanding people are eating. They're eating outside because there's nowhere else to go. That's fucked up. And people remember that, right? Because right now, the restaurants, the ones that are going to survive are already on life support, and their only hope is to get a little summer bump by putting tables outside. They're on life support. Right? Most of them are going to be gone, but they're trying. And then dicks like this come along, protest, do your thing. Where's the bank? Where's the cop? Go after the cop. Go after the bank. Leave the fucking regular people alone. They're on your side, goddammit. That's very interesting too. You see that these are protesters with these fancy. They're protesters with fancy shields and helmets, shields and helmets. This is new. So is it getting less? I would say it's escalating. I think they're getting more professional. They're getting more refined, just like in Hong Kong. Hong Kong never yielded. You know, they're still going. They're fearful of their the new laws and all that stuff and being taken by the Chinese. But this is interesting. Helmets and shields, skateboards. You see the skateboard weapon? See the weapons? Skateboard is a weapon. You see it. The guy's saying, I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat.
I'm trying to eat, man. I'm trying to make some money. Listen, I'm open for your woman. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to eat. Yeah, but I'm trying to eat. Talk to them. I ain't got no stuff. I know. Look, they're going to think about it. I got nothing to do with it.
And that's what you do. You walk by and you throw over a small business's flower pot. You fucking scumbags. Scumbags. Black Lives Matter. Scumbags. Scumbags. Yeah, burn DSNY's fucking pals. Who gives a shit? You think they care? Fucking, it's all, that's city money. They don't care. They'll leave that shit for you to smell. Law-abiding citizens coming out to put the fire out. There's the fire engines. See right here. You see the. Yeah, this is Little Italy. They came into Little Italy / Chinatown. That's very close to City Hall. It's very, very close. It's walking distance. It's only a few blocks away. They just haven't come in there yet until now. You know, it used to be know thy enemy. See, there's your enemy. You know your enemy. Your enemy is the police, okay? But not the mom and pop, the guy that's sitting around eating. Look at the front line of defense. These cowards. They put up all these young girls. They're literally 20-year-old girls, so the police can't slam them and throw them to the ground. Whether the conspiracy theories, whether they were bust in or bust out or not, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just that they appear out of nowhere. They appear out of nowhere. I remember the riots. I remember the events of weeks ago where they would just all of a sudden there'd be 10,000 people out on the street with bicycles and skateboards, Black Lives Matter signs everywhere from out of nowhere. Well, they bust in? No, you don't fucking bust in 10,000 people. They're people that they're mobilized. They're a mobilized hit team. I don't know what the numbers were here, but I wouldn't imagine there were a lot of people. But there's enough to make a mess, like a couple of hundred. They're not busting. They got bikes, they're skateboards, they're locals. They're locals. They're camping out. They're doing their thing. They got their stimulus check. Maybe they're working in a restaurant. They're getting their 600 large a week. 600 large a week plus their 250. They're making $800 to riot. They're rioting in the street. All the service workers. They are very, very organized, as Bill West says. They're extremely organized. They know what they're doing. How is it that a bunch of kids can rampage a bunch of cop cars next to the courthouse, next to where the cops are eating and sleeping? How can they do it? Because they're very good at what they do. They lure the cops away. They get into places where there's nobody. The cameras are there, but there's no law enforcement. And the law enforcement's late to the game. That's how they do it. They're very, very tactical, right? Even at the riots, at the rallies, whatever they're called, the protests, where they walk around the street, and then they at some point, when the police start to push back, they know how to isolate the police on a certain block and get ahead of them and start smashing things right in their wake. While the police are chasing them, that's when they're crashing because they know where the police are. Right? They know where their enemy is. They're very good. They're very good at what they do.
If you leave voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. You will be arrested for unlawful.
This is Chinatown.
What's your name? Got on video, brother.
To disperse. If you leave voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you refuse to leave, you will be arrested for unlawful assembly.
Great footage, New York Post. Bebop says Soros, 150 corporations that we unknowingly support, and now Bank America just gave billions, all of it going back to the Dem Party. Yes, it's true. It's true. We know that, right? So what do you do about it? They are supported, but not directly. They're supported through stimulus contribution. You're saying that what you're trying to say is that the Democrats are supporting it. Therefore, the ideological premise of being a Democrat or supporting the Democratic Party is causing the problem. Now, there's a lot of in-betweens there. There's a lot of things in between. You could also say that Trump, supports the corporations, giving them tax breaks, giving them their $740 billion a year military budget. So it's not Democrat. I disagree. It's not Democrat. It's not corporation. It's not Republican, Democrat. It's corporations versus people, and to that's what I believe. That's what I believe. Yeah, the corporations are guilty. Are they? Let's see. Portland. There are. I have another article right here. Charting how retail. So if you want to find a culprit, what corporations have a vested interest in seeing retail go down the toilet? Let's find out. So, charting the retail devastation, here is the stunning list of U.S. store closures in 2020. Who would have an interest in seeing store closures? Let's find out. This is also why Goldman Sachs believes that e-commerce growth will accelerate over the course of the second half amid social distancing measures, record number of retail store closures, investments in fulfillment by Amazon, and increasing tech investments by traditional researchers. So e-commerce is the way to go. Let's just read a little bit of this. It's suggesting that charting the retail devastation, there is a stunning loss of U.S. store closures in 2020. While the U.S. brick and mortar retail industry was already on its deathbed before the coronavirus pandemic struck, with stories discussing the retail apocalypse as far back as 2015, the event in the past few months have simply accelerated a long overdue process that would have taken several years to conclude, with mass bankruptcies, corporate zombies, coupled with tens of thousands of store closures. So when the pandemic occurred, I had said that we have a shift. A shift has occurred from brick and mortar, centralized to decentralize the economy. Stay home, work from home, right? Get everything delivered to you, food, everything. Get it delivered. So that is who, if you wanted to pick which corporations have an interest in making that happen, look at the ones that own warehouses. Look at the ones that have online delivery. E-commerce, right, is flourishing in this event. Now, who's going to take over all that empty retail space in New York City? Oh, they'll fill it up. Amazon will start. They'll see. That's what people like Amazon will do. They'll bash the shit out of retail until the properties are empty and the price declines, and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh no, retail is coming back," and then they'll buy it up and either be the landlords or they'll sell their own shit inside those stores. So you might be, in the old days, we used to have stores that, today we still have stores that sell some stuff. You have to go to this store for some stuff, and you got to go to that store for some stuff. What we're coming down to is stores that have everything. One-stop shopping. You go in, and everything is there. We'll help you, whether it's virtual, whether it's, that's what I think we may be coming to in retail. Virtual stores that we can get you anything. Amazon can get you anything, anywhere. Right? We'll get it for you, right? So anyway, a lot of store closing. 20 to 25,000 stores are permanently closed. So again, if you want to target it, look at some of the stores. Pier 1 Imports lost over 900 stores. Stage stores lost about 700. Starbucks closed 400 stores. That makes no sense. Why not? I mean, Starbucks, come on. Starbucks outside, Starbucks to go. GameStop in the 300s. GNC 300 stores. So a lot of people are losing a lot of stores. Kmart closed less than 100. So Lord & Taylor, Bloomingdale's. So So anyway, so that is a possible place to look. So in New York, it's happening. Look at Portland. Portland protests declared a riot Sunday as federal building is breached. Wow, look at this, man. These are fucking cops with guns and army gear, and federal officers lined up to deploy tear gas at demonstrators during a Black Lives Matter protest. Black Lives Matter. Man, is it hot in New York, man. I'm holding on by a thread. I got to get outside, man. I got to get outside and do some yoga. Some hot yoga. Hot yoga. Protests, I don't think I do yoga. I figured it out. I think it's more Tai Chi, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing, really. Protests in Portland were declared a riot earlier Sunday as thousands breached a federal courthouse where federal agents are being stationed, according to police. So they're hiding out. Federal agents hiding out in courthouses, ready to break heads. Throughout the night, the 59th consecutive day of demonstrations in Oregon City, police fired tear gas in violent clashes with protesters who retaliated with fireworks, officials said. 26 arrests. They declared a riot in the early hours after thousands gathered in the federal courthouse and Justice Center and pulled down some of the fence. So it's going on there too. You see how the radicals, the rebels, whatever we call them today, are dressed in tactical gear. This is a bump up. This is a bump up from this is Antifa. This is not Black Lives Matter. These are guys these are young people that enjoy this sort of thing. Are we going in the right direction? Are the young people guiding us in the right direction? Tear it down. Tear it down. Tear down everything. Have no mercy. Tear it down and trust that what lies in the wake is better. I don't know if that's true. But here's another one. GOP, I think it is. I think we might have to just follow the lead of the young people for a while. Definitely listen to them. GOP reached agreement on COVID-19 relief. $600 unemployment boost became 70% wage replacement. So more stimulus coming. Are they going to extend the $600 a week on top of everybody's unemployment benefit? The answer is no, but they're going to replace it with something else. So they're going to end the $600 and then do a wage replacement of 70% of, I guess your wage, whatever your wage was, 70% of that. With the Trump Treasury sitting on $1.8 trillion, the 3 months to spend it, the White House and Senate Republicans are set to introduce a $1 trillion spending bill on Monday, which would be released in stages, angering Democrats who are pushing for an immediate $3 trillion shotgun blast of stimulus. This is the only way we could survive. This is it. This is how we prosper. If you had nothing and you had a little job, you're now the rich guy. Doesn't make sense. This is not how an economy. This is not a sustainable economy. You can't just give people money and then, and have them spend it. And what happens when there's no money left? I mean, it's not a logical means of creating an active economy, because you're killing the economy. You're killing it with all the social distancing bullshit, continuing to give tax breaks to the corporations that don't reciprocate, shipping jobs overseas. That's what you have to break down. You got to break down the corporations that don't reciprocate. And if you disagree with that, I've said it 100 times and given hundreds of examples of why that's the fact. But nonetheless, our wonderful government, and who's going to say no to it? Who's going to say no, right? If Congress wants to give me another $600 a week, I'm going to say no to that? No. What you do is you take the money, you take it. It's yours. It's your being an American. It's what comes back. It's what goes around comes around. So good morning, everybody. I'm struggling right here because it's very, very hot. And sometimes when you get caught in the heat, you get caught out in the heat, and you just never regain your scruples. I missed that Saturday night thing because I really don't go out at night. And there was no indication that there would have been a riot in downtown Manhattan. I certainly would have went if I knew there was going to be a announced demonstration. That's what's so spooky about this, is that they just emerge out of nowhere. I mean, some press knows, but I guess maybe scanners. You got to watch. You know, you got to listen to. You got to listen to the scanners and such. I don't have a cop scanner, but I probably should get one. I should probably walk around with it. And you find out where the cops are rushing to. So if there's a ruckus, but still, I'm quite a bit of time away from Lower Manhattan. It would take me a half an hour, 45 minutes to get there. But I missed that one. I'll keep on. So anyway, Mark's Conte reporting. Wow, is it hot, man? I am sweating my testicles off here, man. It's really, really brutal. So thanks everybody for joining me. That's all I got today, man. I don't. I really think that the prophecy that people are so wound up, they're so tied in a knot, they're so socially isolated from each other that you're seeing these extremes, right? That's what I had said earlier, that people's behavior is going to be the story, or is the story. You're seeing people come out with, no shame, with swastika masks. I disagree with the police, so I'm going to stick my sign through their windshield. I disagree with commerce, so I'm going to set garbage pails on fire in front of people eating. It's very extreme behavior. That's what we're seeing. It's very extreme, you know what I'm saying? It's just dope, man. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you everybody in the chat. I apologize for the slightly low energy. I'm just wiped out from the heat. I gotta give you my. They shut the water off in the goddamn park. They shut the water fountain off. Maybe that's why I'm suffering. They shut the water fountain off and the sprinkler in the park, the kiddie park. Right, early in the morning, it's not a kiddie park. It's only a kiddie park when kids are in it. But early in the morning, the sprinkler, the water fountain, the monkey bars where you could do push-ups and stretch out, they shut the fucking, New York City shut the water off. What kind of shit is that? I don't know if it's just my park, but they shut it off, man. It's fucked up, man. So thanks everybody for joining me this morning. We got Bart McDowell in the house. B-Bop, Bill West. Thank you, Bill West. Chris Milk, Dead Game, and the Fed. End the Fed. All right. Gina, always a VP. Infinite regress. JB, Jason Walsh, Jerry Fleming, Carlito Biganti. Carlito Biganti. Hey, how you doing? Carlito. My name is Carlito. Me so hungry. Murray Terry, never apologize. Pat Hacker, my friend, my good friend. Pat Hacker sniffing Matt Tip. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Thank you for not being a dick, and Vinny didn't have to time you out. If you got timed out, that's because you're a dick. And Vanderloo, thanks everybody for joining me, man. I so appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you. Congratulations to Nathan Purvis on his lovely child. Thank you for the music earlier from Potter's Field. I can dig it. Peace, everybody.